tied up, but don't think of it that way. Think of it as, so far, Hero was able to do 1 of 3 wins CJ needs to get in a row in order to take first place. Win or lose, they cannot go to an ace match. They cannot lose either, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you could say SKT 1's on match point right now as well. They're 1 win away from taking it to the grand finals. So it's a scary place to be. ByuL should be pretty confident going into this one, though. 6-5 in ZVZ, not his best record, but it is up against Impact.
He's actually lost in a lot of upsets in Pro League, but I feel like in a really important match like this, especially against, I'd say, still somewhat of a rookie in Impact, he should be highly favored. Look at his ace match record as well, 5-0 this season, and 2-0 versus Impact as well.
Yeah, he's got a lot of confidence. He doesn't really get affected by nerves here, which is good going into this kind of situation.
Now, Impact, the former Axiom player, 4-4 this season. Or rather, 4-4 overall, 1-1 this season.
Yeah.
Only fielded twice. This will be his 3rd time playing.
Last time I kind of remember Impact was in GSL, and it was a bit of a lackluster performance, to be honest, but it's been a long time since then.
Yeah, I think I was actually casting that match with you if I think back of it. It's been a while.
It has been a while, but maybe today will show us some magic in ZVZ.
Well, ByuL has been known to lose, you know, some upset ZVZs. If he does, if he loses, CJ will be knocked into 2nd place. Let's go into this match on Terraform for the ZVZ. Down to the bottom right in red, the favorite in this ZVZ, it's ByuL.
Up here in the top left for SKT1, another Zerg. Impact.
Impact, somewhat of a controversial figure.
Is he?
Because, well, I wouldn't say controversial, but I'd say there's like a lot of discussion about whether is this guy good or not. Is he right? So when Axiom ended up, you know, losing a lot of their players, there's big changes and things like that happening after GSTL ended. Oh, by the way, #1 Australian CJ Entis fan.
Oh.
It's GTR from Team Liquid.
I'm not dodging. I promise. He's a cool guy.
Oh, it's funny. I'm like, well, it was gone when you first got here. It's not his fault. But going back to what I was saying, is that you know, when he left Axiom and joined SKT, a lot of people were surprised he got picked up because he was probably, I'd say, one of the less successful Axiom players. Like Ryung overshadowed him. Even like players like Alicia were more famous and more well known. MMA was on the team at the time.
Sure.
And a lot of people were surprised he got picked up by SKT, myself included. And then everyone was like, well, he must really be good behind the scenes if SKT grabbed him. And then they never fielded him, really. He played in that one GSL match, was lackluster. And now he's playing in one of SKT's most important matches. So let's see how he performs today. I feel like a lot of people are judging him, and you know, it must be stressful having all those foreign fans talk about you all the time. The Axiom team definitely one of the teams that gets discussed the most because none of them are performing anymore in Heart of the Swarm.
But they're doing like Archon mode and stuff for Red Bull Battlegrounds. I believe a few of them were there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess they're making use of their time. And
they're doing like the early transition to Legacy.
Really, really early. But still, you know, I guess it's not too far away at this point. So we have a look at how this game's unfolding so far. No aggressive builds, no all-ins. Very greedy build, actually, from ByuL.
Yeah. Man, that's going to give him a pretty big edge here, considering that Impact is also playing safe-ish. He's not playing like the safest, but he's playing pretty safe. And this map, obviously, 2-player map. Both players are going to make a Baneling Nest. Usually you make it at your natural to help a wall, and you don't care if your opponent scouts it because it's not going to be for aggression. It's going to be just in case they're aggressive.
Absolutely.
It's going to be just one of those slower early games. ByuL racking up a bunch of gas early on, though, can get the much faster speed, and that's going to help him scout early on what he's up against.
Yeah, going for that gas before pool like that means that the pool finishes right on cue for that 100 gas upgrade. And it's going to most likely be the case from here. It opens up a lot of aggressive sort of openings as well. You know, get a huge amount of lings, or just go for some pretty light ling bane aggressive play and try and find a way in.
Yeah, there it is. cancels it, though.
Interesting. Now, is he just going to go for a very quick lair behind this?
He could, but it's very risky. He's going to need a Baneling Nest at least if he's going to do that. That's interesting, because if he goes for a fast lair, obviously Mutalisks are the flavor of the month in Korea right now, and kind of the standard meta play.
Yeah, but I don't know, you still need Lings with that as well. You need Ling speed, you need Banes, you need to have an ability to cancel third bases and buy time for the Mutas to get out.
I think he's basically, what it looks like he's doing here is just banking up some gas. He's only mining with one Harvester now, while using the rest of the money to make extra queens for good creep spread, and taking a faster third.
Yeah, this is actually just going to be Roaches from here, straight up. He's not going to bother with Ling speed, not going to bother with Mutas. He's going to be like, okay, it's going to be creep spread and Roaches from now on, which is interesting. Very greedy.
Yeah, he skipped the Baneling Nest as well. I think he has to add that in a second here. He could just die to a timing if Impact identifies this.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a SimCity at the front, maybe a Spine Crawler. I think he's just going to skip the Bane Nest. He's going to go straight up and just block this. There's a Spine.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to make an Evo Chamber as well as perhaps a Roach Warren.
Yeah, it should be like 2 Evos and a Roach Warren to kind of block that off.
Interesting amount of greed we're seeing from ByuL here.
Yeah, this is very curious. And then we go with the rest of the block. He should be pretty safe from here. He's going to have at least one Transfuse as well. So he's going to be able to deflect this.
Looks like we're going to see more traditional old-school Roach DBZ versus Mutalisk play from Impact. He's doing his lair. He could add actually a Roach Horn since he just added an Evo Chamber.
Yeah,
looking at this now.
That's the impression I'm getting from this point. He's probably just going to go for very fast Roach speed. And there's that Roach Horn.
Yeah.
Good timing as well, actually.
Okay. It's getting a bit more normal, I guess, or more what was normal a month or 2 months ago.
Well, as you say normal, we have +1 melee as well, which is strange at this kind of part of the game. I don't know. Let's see what he's going to use these 1/1 Lings for.
Maybe he expects Mutalisks. He wants to have the up advantage on Lings so he can actually control the third base gas with Ling run bys. That would be my guess.
Yeah, that's certainly a build order sort of advantage going to this mid-game, but it is so delayed compared to normal. Look at that, 24 Lings. He's just going to actually build an insane amount of Lings up.
I want to point out Impact also just made 4 Overlords. I think actually maybe that was just even a 5th one he just made. So it was pretty supply block there. Now does have the production to make some units, but because he had to spend that much money on Overlords, he doesn't have doesn't actually have a ton of money to spend.
Oh, he's going to go for that drone. He's going to have to transfuse. He does one.
Oh,
that's
the drone transfuse for real. Cost him a lot of Lings to go for that, to be honest.
Yeah, not too bad. Oh, Overlord's going to go down for this.
Yeah, he's going to lose that Overlord. These Lings are pooled and hidden.
Man, so many Lings. It's like he's hoping it's going to be Mutas. Even if it's Roaches, though, he's going to have so many Lings it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's going to have a third base advantage for sure. There's no way that Impact can hold this base without Banelings, and he hasn't made a single one.
They're going to scatter there.
Oh my god, he sees everything.
Busted.
He needs to make Banes right now.
There we go.
Okay, he's making 3.
Oh, what a mistake. What a mistake from ByuL.
Just 1 Ling gets through, but that's all you need.
That's it. That's it. All you need to do is see these Lings, and you can kind of get the counter ready. Roach Bane is more than perfect, but is there enough Banelings out at this point?
There's only 3, and they need to get into position. They're a bit out of position right now. Finally into that location. Oh, even locking out some of these reinforcements, and ByuL is not paying attention! Oh, but he has the +1 armor. Needs that second hit. Okay.
He can fight them now. He needs to wait for the rest of his Lings there.
Yeah. And more Roaches are coming out. He's going to go for a counterattack into the main instead. I like this a lot.
Very smart here.
Lings heavily upgraded. Oh! Still, Banelings not enough versus +1 armor Lings.
I guess it softens them up enough that even drones can fight them there. So, pretty big deflection here. ByuL not the best of places, to be honest.
Yeah, this is really not good.
It's such a blunder to let that Ling in. But it's not game over just yet. He does have those upgrades. +1's going to be pretty behind against these Roaches, but it's not the end of the world. Making his own Roaches now, and he's going to need to start to drone up that third base behind this.
Yeah. Impact and ByuL currently on the same worker count. He's going to catch 3 Roaches here with his Ling Force. It's a small victory.
Yeah, it's actually possibly get a number of Roaches here.
Only gets 1, actually, as it turns out, but he's going to try to get some drones. Deflected, goes for the Queen, and another run by into the main base. 1/1 Lings are so annoying to deal with, actually, when they get into your bases.
Oh, man, look at that. Queen almost dead as well.
It's just, if you don't...
No.
If you don't actually find the damage, if you don't kill all those drones, if you don't kill those Queens, then suddenly the Lings just become less and less useful the longer the game goes on.
Looks like ByuL has caught up to Jones in a big way, 58-48 now. So he's actually bought enough time with his constant Ling run buys to get him in a good place. He's also making a pretty sizable Roach count, but the scary thing is going to be that +2 advantage Impact is going to have when the time comes.
Yeah, but for a little while, ByuL will have the same upgrades plus the extra armor. So until that +2 finishes, he'll have a small window, but obviously +2 attack is much more valuable than +2 armor in Roach versus Roach.
Yeah. Oh, nice Contaminate. Was on the attack as well, so that's actually a really big deal.
Yeah. I actually really like Impact's position in this game, and also his reactions to what he's seeing. Burrow on the way here for ByuL. I don't think Impact got that yet. Oh, changing in the main, scouting everything.
All right. ByuL just going to go for borrowed Roach move, which is fine strategy considering he knows the situation right now. He's still pretty behind in supply.
Macro hatches for both players. Again, that +2 attack so important. But there will be a good window of time for ByuL where he is going to have that armor advantage. He just is down in Roaches so significantly right now.
Yeah, I feel like he shouldn't have broken down those rocks either. He should know that he's behind, like, in terms of army. So he should be on the defensive for at least a little while longer. Maybe wait for that burrow to kick in.
Yeah, let's see. He's got a good concave there. Maybe he's just hoping that Impact's going to take a bad fight into it.
Well, from here, both of them are going to be fishing for that 4th base and probably try and transition at some point into Infestors or Hydras.
Yeah, or perhaps both if they can really hold on to it for long enough. Baneling's speed, though, for Impact, that's interesting.
It's like he's expecting it to be Roach Hydra. That's the kind of thing you'd want against Roach Hydra. You have Roach Banelings, but it's not going to be the case. Can still take some pretty good fights with it, even against pure Roach, but not as efficient, that's for sure.
ByuL sees this, so he just needs to get in a position at this concave. The problem is if he goes there, then his 4th base is exposed. So he's going to make a tough choice. Another Ling run by coming into the main here.
Oh, going for the Queen.
It's the 3rd base instead. It is going to kill the Queen.
That's huge.
And perhaps a few drones as well. Okay, doesn't target. But that's a lot of lost injects now. Really important.
22 Lings on the way as well. So he actually is really going to commit to this. Oh, Roach just got busted, but no, paying attention.
Yep. Now he knows burrow movement was there. I was going to say just before this that doesn't know about the burrow movement, but in fact now he does.
We are seeing a Hydra down on the way now. So it is eventually going to be Roach Hydra, but not before a remax is going to occur. So
keep in mind, ByuL is actually about to be ahead in upgrades with 2-2 to 2-1.
He's got to wait a little bit longer there. He's not there just yet. He doesn't want to attack anytime soon.
Ooh. Save these roll Roaches. Every Roach counts. At least that's what the Queens tell them.
Yeah. And there we go. A lot of Banelings. So now ByuL knows exactly what's going on here. He just needs to take a fight. This far away from his base is good because it means he can remax before the Roaches get to his base.
Yeah. Oh, already some drone harassment going on in the main base. Here he goes. Speed Banes. He needs to split. And remember, these Roaches have +2 carapace as well, so these Banes are not going to be too effective. But he does soften up a lot of these Roaches. The Queens go down without really any transfuses. ByuL with a good concave, but a much better Roach count goes to Impact, and he's forcing his way through. And ByuL still doesn't have the +2 attack upgrade. It's not finished yet.
Yeah, he should not be attacking here. He's going to try buy time. He's got a huge remax on the way with 38 Roaches, but he's got a. He had such a bad fight there. It was such a cost-inefficient fight because he was down that +2 attack upgrade.
And it's going to cost him this gold base. He's absolutely going to lose this. Nothing he can do about it. Burrow on the way now for Impact as well as his own burrow movement, so he can have that counterwise against ByuL's Roaches. 2 more Roaches go down for free. And things are starting to look pretty rough here for ByuL. Look at the bank for Impact versus his as well. The one thing that's missing for Impact is that +2 armor. I'd like to see him actually commit to that because he has the gas to do so.
Yeah, well, looks like both sides are maxed out at this point, though. So ByuL might be looking for some revenge here with that 1 upgrade advantage. There's no drones on the 4th base of Impact, though, so he's not too pressured right now to deal with it, but he certainly wants to make sure he can apply some pressure soon. And
oh, he's going to do the remax with cancels. Wow, I did not expect to see this.
He's just really scared of a Muta switch, man.
Oversupply 216.
Not bad.
We've seen Impact do this a lot. Actually, I've seen him do it on his stream before. He really likes to do this.
Yeah, it's good. It's kind of costly, but when you got a bit of a bank to work with already, not a bad choice at all.
I have to say, Impact's play has really impressed me so far today.
Yes. ByuL didn't do himself any favors going for that Ling opening and getting it scouted. But, yeah, Impact's playing great. It's been a fantastic match so far. It's scary for ByuL.
Yeah, he's 20 army supply up right now, and this gives him some freedom to actually harass with his own burrow movement now. I wouldn't mind to see him send a few Roaches to harass that 4th base, maybe even force another cancel on it.
Yeah, we got 3 going over there right now.
This is a tough engagement for ByuL. He can't actually fight into this concave.
He's trying to. He's taking some bad hits there.
He's got the upgrade advantage still with the armor. All right, here we go. He's just going to just keep trading it. The bank's almost even for both players now as well, so keep that in mind. 72 roaches to 60 in Impact's favor.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage, actually, in these kind of fights.
That's that oversupply.
Yeah. Look at the kind of constant micro from ByuL is whittling down the front line of Impact there.
Yeah, he's microing a lot better. That fourth base is now ignored by those roaches. They see there's nothing mining there. They're actually going to go for an attack at the third base. And Impact unable to remax as well during losing those roaches because he's oversupplied. And he can't actually multitask to make 13 spines in this moment.
I'd almost love to see ByuL invest in Hydras at this point as well. You know, try and sneak in like 8 Hydras with this army, and you will flawlessly win that fight. Yeah. But instead, he's just going for the pure Roach Max right now.
He's the only one of the two that actually has a Hydra Den in Roach, or rather Hydra range almost on. We're going to see a 20 remax this time, going big.
Wow. That's a big investment, but it's going to give him such an edge when the fight comes. I feel like we really need to see ByuL go into Hydras. Well, maybe not just yet, as we see 16 Banes on the way, but
he's expecting that Hydra transition, which I think is pretty fair to assume.
It's a good assessment, considering these roaches have been in the base, and considering they're doing some serious damage right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually a lot of damage that he's taking at this point. 7 drones going down. And Bank is going to be the name of the game as this game goes longer. You know, how many times can you remax? How many bad fights can you take? Ooh. Not the best Bane hits there, but here comes the rest of them. He's splitting, but it's causing him to have to move command, which means that Impact can do more damage.
Yeah, not the best concave left over either. And he's going to lose this fight pretty flawlessly. He's going to have to remax quick.
Yeah, he really is. And this is not the time to make Hydras. 30 roaches on the way. Impact is still maxed. With that oversupply, he's going to lose this hatchery, which is a pretty big deal. But can ByuL survive this counterattack? That's a question. 55 roaches to 32 right now.
Oh, he's going to commit to the gold base. So it's going to be a trade of 4th bases once again here.
Oh, the Overseer's with this. He could actually kill those drones as well. He's going to zone out the roaches and take good trades and constantly come back to those burrow drones. So many drones going down here. And the bank of ByuL is going to start to suffer, of course, as he goes down in drones. He's still on the same amount of bases, but when he makes a new base, he's also going to have to remake those drones. Yep. This is an opportunity for ByuL to finally have a better max because he's got so few drones.
Yeah, that's right. We'll have a bigger army because of that. And big commitment from Impact. I'm not sure if this is the right choice.
He moved commanded for so long, even moving commanding after being on top of these roaches, and he's down an upgrade still. With the +2 armor missing for him.
That concave.
This is ByuL's chance to come back, I feel.
Yeah, that was a huge blunder there. Fighting in that kind of concave, never want to happen. I didn't even know if he can take this fight. It's a pretty good fight. A lot of softened up roaches for ByuL right now, fighting into that kind of concave.
He's trying to use changelings at the back to also disrupt his reinforcing power, which is working decently well. But here comes some from the left side. But look at the supplies with that bank. Again, I cannot stress this enough. The Bank of Impact is going to continue to buy him just simply more roaches. And he's getting the +2 armor now. It's finally on the way.
There's still that tech available. That's still that Hydra tech available for ByuL if he wants to invest. Even just a few can make such a difference in this kind of situation. Well, it's going to stabilize for now. Both looking for each other's 4th bases. It's such a close game, but now Impact is really taking a lead in supply.
Yeah, it's just because of that bank. But let's see if he can take the next fight. With the armor upgrade nearly finished, absolutely could work in his favor. Remember, CJ fans, if ByuL does not win this, it's all over. Your team is not getting first place. So it's a really stressful moment. Oh, these burrowed roaches see the Maynard over here, and they're going to pop up and do some damage. Only 2 drone kills, but it pushes the army out of position. ByuL is going to try to cut through these bases like a knife.
Oh, it's got to be so hard-pressed to do so. He's got to at least get behind.
Exactly. You can get behind those minerals. A little bit of harassment over here. Going to kill this spine crawler. You can kill a few drones.
This is actually devastating harassment, too, because this is like the one mining base left over until that 4th base is up and running.
Yeah. But ByuL doing the same to deny mining. I worry, though, if he commits too hard to this mineral line, he could actually get trapped by Impact's roaches. Impact is going to try to come around here. He sees it with his Overseer, but I think it's time to get out of here.
No, he's kind of posturing. Looks like he was looking for a fight here, but he is still not maxed out. He shouldn't be trying to take it.
Yeah. He's ahead in army supply by 2, by like 1. He's like 1 roach up right now, 70 to 69. but a lot more drones going down. Meanwhile, ByuL's economy in workers is just taking serious hits nonstop this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's down to 32 workers at this point. He's really just looking for one big fight.
At this point, Impact just wants to force a fight that's okay. It doesn't even have to be perfect because he has a better bank and he knows it. He's going to go for this fight. This is a great concave. Look at how much micro ByuL has to do to get into the fight, which means Impact gets so much more damage done, and he's got so much more money to remax. This could actually be the fight that Impact wins, that wins him the game. Look at the supplies. I think he's done it, Moonblade.
Yeah, huge advantage here. Impact should be able to close this one out, and ByuL with such an upset loss.
Another one of these upset ZBZs. It just happens to him every now and then, and this is one of those times. And that's going to be it. CJ is going to be in second place. And with this win, Impact clinches first place for SKT. They will go straight into round 4's grand finals. That's it. That's all there is to say.
I mean, I got to say, it's like SKT's one of that B team is going to be taking this kind of win as well. Huge win for Impact.
Look at his smile on his face.
Yeah, he should be happy with this. Such a long game.
So frustrated. GG.
Oh, well, Impact is here to stay.
And now, no pressure whatsoever for Classic, man.
Nah, he's just going to have fun from here. And you know what? This is the result of practicing with Dark and Sue in the team house, man. When you got those two of the best Zerg players in the world, of course the ZBZ is going to look like that.
Especially when they, no doubt, study a lot of ByuL's play, because ByuL in the past, or in the very recent past, I should say, is more successful in individual leagues than Sue and Dark, so no doubt they look at his play a lot, they study his play a lot, they know some of the things he does, some of his weaknesses. I feel like Impact playing very smartly with the extra remaxes, the oversupply. I mean, it's expensive, but he always maintained a better bank. His harassment defense was better than ByuL's. ByuL lost too many drones.